Good afternoon, Madi here. So I'd like to have a little bit of real talk right about now. And the question is it wise to step out on faith? Is it wise to step out on faith? Now, many of you may be thinking, well, what kind of question is that? That's crazy. It's always wise to step out on faith, trust the Lord. We sing songs about it. We quote scriptures about it. We hear so many people talk about stepping out on faith. But what does that look like when it's our turn, when it's your turn? When the Lord is asking you to be obedient in an area and we don't know where He's taking us. We don't know what He's doing. We don't know how He's going to work it out. When the enemy comes against our mind, when our finances are all jacked up, when He's asking us to leave a job after 17 years. That's my testimony. And you don't have another job lined up. Many people thought I was crazy, but He was calling me to a different place, a different season. And I'm not saying anybody should leave their job. Please hear what I'm saying. That's just what He gave me. But many times, people will say, oh, that's crazy. But, the word says His ways are not our ways. We think it's going to happen a certain way. His thoughts, His ways are not our ways. We think it's going to happen a certain way, and it's not going to happen that way. It may not look like we envisioned it. And we have to know the Lord's voice for ourselves. Because there'll be people even people close to us. Did God really say? Straight from the garden. Did God really say that? Oh, honey, maybe you need to pray a little more about that. That's why you need to know the Lord's voice for yourself. Stay in the Word. Listen. Sometimes we come to Him with a whole petition of prayers, of requests, of people in our family or whoever it is. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't do that, but many times we don't stop to hear what He has to say. And we need to know what He's saying to us. Yes, He gives the word to the man of God, and that's awesome. We don't forsake the gathering, right? We go there, we get a word, but we need to know the word for ourselves. So when the enemy comes in the night watches after our mind, when he comes to tell us that we're not who God says we are, we need to know for ourselves that we can come against him with the word. So I say on today, yes, it is wise to follow God, even though it may not look like it to man, to your sister, to your brother, to whoever it is, to your prayer partner even. It may not be what God is calling them to do, but it's what God calling you to do. So on today, I'm just encouraging you to be obedient. Whatever the Lord said for you to do, even if it doesn't look like what you think it should look like, or you don't see any way out, or it doesn't even make sense. He knows the end from the beginning. So trust Him on today. I can attest to the fact He's a keeper, He's a provider. And when you step out on faith, you realize that those giants that you thought were real, they're not real. And He's still a keeper. He's still providing. He gives you provision, even in a seemingly dry place. So I hope that blesses someone today. Just be obedient on today. God bless, and it's a great day. Let's continue to walk in our purpose.